All right, good afternoon, guys. Let's read for people to show up for the live class. All right, good afternoon, guys. Let's read for people to show up. All right. I believe we have a few people. So as usual, I would be responding to questions that have been filled. All right. I believe we have a few people. So as usual, I would be responding to Okay, so I was saying I would be responding to questions that are on the sheet. So let me go through them. Okay. Um hmm, all right. So okay. So looking at most of these questions, I noticed that a lot of you guys, you don't like go through the resources that have been posted to for you guys on the LMS, because a lot of these questions, the answers are in those resources, in the sense that there's a video where you see how to exactly create your style guide, how to create your color style, how to create your input box, your grid system, your layouts, all these stuff that you're supposed to do in your style guide, your typography. So I'm getting question like, what is exactly typography? What is a can we come up with anybody text? What is a style guide? What is how can we pick color? What is a button? And going through the post for week 3, looking at the resources for you guys, resources for Style Guide 1 and 2. There's a main resource where you have a video link attached to it. Even if you do not go through all other videos or all other resources, if you go through the main resource for Style Guide 1 and Style Guide 2, if you go through it, you would see exactly how to do this things and what they mean. And I believe that at this point we should be used to the system where you go through these resources, and after watching them and you still don't understand, that's when you come with questions. But majority of the questions coming in that I'm seeing right now are are mostly questions that shows that you guys are not going through these resources. And it's funny that I've seen some people, they've already done tasks regarding your mini project. And it's today is the beginning of week 3. I'm surprised to see that people have submitted. And out of curiosity, I decided to check what they did. If you're part of those that have done and submitted the assignment on the mini project, I will advise you go through those resources and redo the assignment properly, because just rushing to do the task because you're seeing the task there doesn't doesn't sit well. It is advisable go through those resources, then you attempt the assignment. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not that you see assignment and do, and then you end up doing the wrong thing. So I advise you guys, or for those that have submitted assignment on the mini project, go through the resources before attempting that assignment. There will be a bunch of videos. There are videos there that you need to watch, you need to understand before you can properly do those assignments. I would also post additional videos that I found on Zuri team page in the Slack channel. I'll post it there for you guys to also use that as additional resources. Please and please, I cannot overemphasize it. Go through resources before doing assignments. Okay. I see questions regarding about what is an input field, this and that. To do the assignment for Stargap perfectly, go and watch the videos. The answer on how exactly you're supposed to draw a button, you're supposed to draw a color style. The resources will show you exactly how to do that. In the resources, you have a video there that would show you how to go through it. So, and it's quite simple, very easy. It's explanatory, self-explanatory. So please, like I said earlier, I would advise you all go through those resources. Uh, another thing, another thing, let me check. Um, Someone say, what's primary colors? What are secondary colors? Primary color is like the main color you used when you're designing. Secondary color is color that supplements it, and the rest of it. Most of these questions I'm seeing here on Instagram, it boils down to the fact that the person, you guys haven't seen, you've not gone through your resources. Someone is saying, how do I create spacer? In that video, you will see exactly how to do that. It is described there. You would see it there. Well, I say when creating Stargard, do we create it with a particular design in mind, or create it so it can be used subsequently? That is to do. Okay, yeah. Now, so for every project you work on, you create its own. Every project has its own different style guide, I guess. But there are some aspect of the style guide that is reusable. So create it with the mind that you're creating for a specific design or something like that. So and whatever it is you're creating as a then should be relating to the set of designs you have in mind. I hope that answered that for you. Please, can you give an insight okay, regarding alert information successful, and then they're saying you should design a state of when a notification is coming, how it will appear, when it is an information, how it will appear, when it's a warning to the user, how it will appear, when it's an error, maybe you log in and you did a mistake in your password, how it will appear, just stuff like that. And also when uh when when probably an error occurs, like say the person is trying to log in and they put a password, or there's an network error, how the alert will appear. That's what it meant. And in that video for the Star Guard class too, it is there. It is there as well. Like let me see if I can show you guys. I'm trying to. Okay, I don't think I can show you guys this. Sorry. So regarding what a components are stuff that you create for your reusable component purpose, component variant, in the sense that when you create something as a component, you what's it called? You can, as it is that particular thing that you will intend to use over and over in the design. So instead of stressing to design it all over again, you create it as a component so that you can easily pick it on your Figma asset and use. So those of you okay, someone that said that, okay, those that are asking about, somebody asked about if they can we do something. Well, for those that I saw that submitted tasks on the library, I would advise before they start grading it, because once you submit, there's a high chance someone might have graded it. But I would say advice, because we might not be there yet. You still probably have opportunity to be able to, maybe correct whatever it is you do there. So I would advise, before you guys do any assignment, before you submit any Figma link, if you're not done with the design, do not submit. I noticed that some people submitted with the hope that they will continue working on it, but that's a lie. The moment you submit, and from a tutor hand or from some people that are grading from their hand, and it shows that you have submitted, the person has the right to grade instantly, whether it is an empty link or empty file. So do not submit any link when you know you're not done with the task. That's one. And okay, so regarding components and stuff, okay, I would use this as an example. Sorry, I'm dividing my screen, so my Figma might appear a little weird. So most of the time, the stuff we usually use to create component. Now this is a frame, and I want to have this in it because I might have to use it over and over again. So because I'll probably have to use this over and over again in a particular design. So this is what you use in creating components. Now, this has been created as a component. This is a component. And in Figma, all components are always stored in your asset here. When you come here, you see the component here. And if I click on it, you see that's come here. And in a component, maybe there's different shade. I want to show different shade of this. You can create variants and then create another variant and then create another variant. I can name this. This is the original. So let me change this one. I can decide, oh, this one, I want it to be blue. This one, I want it to be green. This one, I want it to be like purple. Right? So now you've created different variants. Now, coming here, this is the component because this is the original one, right? So if I decide that, oh, I need this on a frame, for example, let me say this frame. Right. Okay, let me use a desktop frame instead. Let me say I need it on a desktop frame. Yeah. So I need this logo on a desktop frame, right? So I'll be coming here, coming to my assets here, and I pick this. What's happening? Oh, my desktop frame is in the layout, that's why. And then I pick this. This has come to my desktop frame because I can see it's outlined purple. I can decide to change the variant to, oh, I need the blue one instead, or I need the green one, or I need the purple one, dependent. So these had different variant, that is different variation of that particular original component that you created. So these are part of the things. What's it called? These are part of the things that wait. I'm not saying all the steps. I don't understand all the steps. I'm not exactly showing you the steps of how to do this particular early. I'm just telling you what the use of components are. And if you check the videos given to you, when you watch this video, you see the steps and you can decide to play this video later and watch it and pause and rewind and forward to see every single steps. So I'm not doing like a live practical class or something like that. I'm just trying to explain what a component is based on one of the questions that I got. So that's how to use components and variants. And about auto layout. So the thing about auto layout is this. Auto layout makes your work. Let me just write class. Auto layout makes your work should I say responsive? What can I say? Easy needs. You become effective. So the shortcut for an auto layout is Shift A. Now, for this text, let me show you the difference. Between this text, let me do this and this text. So this one will be in auto layout. I'll be making this particular one in auto layout, right? This top one here. I'm making it in auto layout, so I'm doing Shift A. Shift A. As you can see, this is now in auto layout, and this does not have auto layout. So for this one, I have my auto layout. Well, so this particular one with auto layout. Now the thing with auto layout is auto layouts here, this dimension here is about what's the word? What's the word? It's telling you the position you can position this. And this is telling you the horizontal pattern, that is the spaces here. And this is the vertical pattern, the spaces here and here. And this is the spacing between item in the auto layout. Now, the moment you create something into an auto layout, it becomes a frame. If you notice, this one that is not yet an auto layout is not a frame, but this one that is an auto layout is in a frame. You can see the other one is still a text. This one has been placed in a frame. And for this one, now let me show you how multiple ways you use auto layout. You can, for example, if you're using your 8 spacing system, meaning the spacing I'm giving here will be able to be divided by 8. So in this case, I want to use, let's say, 48, right? You will notice that instantly the space you're seeing here will increase and become 48. Now you can see this has become 48, right? Now, I still have this as 10. Now I want this and this to be exactly the same. So I'm also giving this 48. So as you can see, it increases. Now with auto layout, I need to duplicate this because I want multiple items. By the time I do Control D, as you can see, it has multiplied, it has duplicated without me having to shift. And you see the spacing here is showing that it's 10. So this spacing, I want to give it, let's say 32. If you notice now, the space is 32. And as you notice, when I duplicate the item inside the auto layout frame, it keeps going horizontally. That is because, yeah, it is showing it's going horizontal direction. The moment I decide to change it to this vertical direction, see what happens to it. They stack together vertically. As you can see, they are stacked vertically. I can decide to stack them horizontally or vertically. So wait, let me put this here. Let me put this here. So I can go stacking it horizontally or vertically, horizontal, vertically. You get. Now, let's assume I'm stacking them vertically like this. Now, this is telling me that the position of this one is here. Now, let me position it to the center, meaning position is in the center. For those that are saying they are lost, I'm trying to show you guys the essence of auto layout and what you can use it for. And this means the position is in the center. I should teach you how to do assignments when the video exactly in the post shows you exactly how to do it. Yeah, okay, I think I need to share that. Okay, is it here? Yeah, it's easier. So share. When you come to your tax for this week, this is the mini tax. Yeah. So when you come to this post here, and you come to this part that say post, week 3, style guide 1 and 2, and product design process. Now, for style guide 1, this main video here, when you watch it, it's a recorded video that we already made that shows you step by step on how to create all the things we asked you to do in the assignment. Same thing with this. This video also shows you step by step everything you need to create the tags we gave you. Now, going to your tags, we say pick a color, create a color system, typography, iconography, spacing system, grid system, buttons, input, alert, and this. And we tell you that aside the iconography, every other thing should be created by you. And by the time you watch these videos and this video and this video and this video, you would see the step by step on how to create it. You can even also, on the right, you open your Figma board. On the left, you have the video playing, and you follow the step by step as the video as you're doing as the person in the video is doing it. You would also be replicating what you're doing. All these things was recorded for you guys. Now the issue is majority of you are not looking at these resources, and you don't expect me to come online again to repeat every single thing inside this video all over again. So if you still feel you don't understand anything, I would say again, you guys should come to this video, check the videos out, follow the step-by-steps that is being shown in the video, and voila, you're good to go. And for the mini project for coming, so for the mini project, you have all these links that you can check for inspiration to do that. And I'll also post, okay, let me post that on Slack now. I'll post some links on Slack now that you guys can use as well for, as you know, their videos that you can watch to see how you can use it to help yourself for the library design. So I'll be posting it in the product design channel, and I'll also request they post it on your LMS. So I won't hear, oh, I'm not on Slack, I didn't say it, and stuff like that. Basically, because I can't come online, the essence of recording those videos ahead is for you guys to have watched it, to avoid coming online and then doing all those process all over again. That's why we decided to give you the materials ahead. But as it is, you guys don't even want to go through materials. You just want us to be repeating every single thing over again, which would be double work, double stress, what's the word again? Double effort, like exactly doing the exact same thing multiple times. So I posted these links on Slack, and I hope you guys still watch this ones as well. So I hope those ones help as well. Okay, moving on. My course of direction has been changed. Okay, basically, okay, let me do simple normal buttons for you to see. Sorry, the text. Let me change the font weight to, let's say, 24. Yeah. So okay. So now let me name this button. This is a button, right? Now, let me duplicate this. Now for this button, I'm gonna put auto layout. So for this button, I'm putting auto layout. I'm giving it, let's say 48. This is just a choice. I'm giving it 24. And then I'm giving it a color of, let's see. No, sorry, not the text color. I'm giving it the fill color. And then I'm changing the text color to white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm giving it, let's say, a rounded radius here. I say I'm giving it 24 as well. And then I decide to increase the length. Now, if you notice, because this position is here, that's why this text button, the word text button is showing button here. But the moment I select center, You see it moves to the center. If I select this, you see it to move here. It move to the left, to the right, like that. Then center. But I want it to center. Now, this one that is not in an auto layout. Now, the stressful way that a lot of people do, then they do this, hard color, let's say this, right? Then they bring this inside the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's white. And then do this. And then this. And let's say rounded corner is still, let's assume 24. Now, this button is in auto layout. This button is not in auto layout. If I decide to edit something and continue typing long, the moment I try to adjust this, you will notice it will adjust with the text. Unlike this one, if I try to type and then I adjust it, it will not adjust with the text because this is not in auto layout. They are different bounded bodies. So this will stress you a little bit. But, however, if you take this out and put it in an auto layout, and then let me add the color to it. And then you add your color. And you have this, you change it to center. The moment you type this, everything keeps adjusting to it and it will always remain in the center because that's how you want your button to work. So the essence is auto layout helps your work to keep your work in check. Like if I want to duplicate something inside here, it's a matter of coming here and then I've duplicated it and then I bring it vertically. You can see that the box readjusts itself. As you do this, your frame readjusts itself. The more you duplicate, it just adjusts itself because everything has been preset here. Everything has been preset. You can increase the spacing to 32, it will increase. You can reduce it to 0, it will reduce. You can reduce it to 100, it will space out. You can do 24. So now with design, it's best to stick with just one spacing system. So like I always advise that people should stick to the what's it called? 8-point spacing system. That is the space. The spacing you'll be using would be like what's the word again? Would be multiples of 8, that is 8, 16, 24, 32, 48, 64, 72, like that, all the way. That's what that means. Okay, so you said the video, I saw another question, the sheet saying the video did not talk about alerts, information and warning and success error. And I cannot do it here for you, Nicole, because that's exactly like giving so what I'll tell you to do is if you check YouTube, you would see the answer on how to create that. If you check this thing, you see the answer. It's very simple. What they are asking you to do is to just design the state at which it will show when you have error on a particular design, when you have alert and notification mean how will it appear when you have a notification, when a notification comes in? What will be the size of the box for that notification? For information, for error, for success, it means when a user is using a platform, how will the success message appear? How would the how would a message that is coming that is basically strictly an information, how will it appear? And if it's an error, maybe a user is entering a password, how will how will it show that, oh, this password is incorrect? That is exactly what they are asking you to show. And like I said, if you check by time you start getting used to using Figma community, using what's it called, your Google, you would see all these things. Actually, in Figma community, you would see a lot of sample there that you can replicate and redesign on your own. So there's a limit to what's it called? There's a limit to how will I put it, to everything that I can show you exactly, because we need you guys to cultivate the habit of, researching it on your own as well. We've given you a lot of material. Now, in those material, one aspect is missing. It's a matter of you researching how to find answer to that part that is missing. That's just it. For you to create that research culture, the ability to go out there to find answer and you find it. That's just it. And what's the word again? How would I put this? Okay. I believe you can use auto layouts when you're trying to ensure elements are fit together, when you're trying to ensure to make your work, be responsive and stuff like that. When you're trying to group your work together, but you don't want to be stressing to be adjusting the settings, the spacings, because with auto layouts, it comes automatically with a specifically spacings that settings. So if you've done all of those things, you will be able to, if you've done all of those settings in your auto layouts, no matter what you put there, you would be able to, move around with it. For example, these cards that you're seeing here, I designed this putting auto layout. I can decide to duplicate this and it will maintain the spacing system I've put. Now, if I come and I decide that, oh, I want to reduce you, I can decide to come here and reduce it. Whatever I do will be fixed. It will not go out of its way because it's in auto layout. I can decide to duplicate this. It will show, and I can decide to put this and this one now in auto layout and make them vertically. And now you have two here. The spacing is 32. I can increase the spacing however I want, however it is, you know, just to give it that auto layout presence that it already has. So basically, auto layout they make your designing easy. They make ability to keep all your elements in check and if you see now, that is appearing like this. So they make ability auto layout hand frames, you use them together. At first, you can put that stuff in a frame, and when you're done, you select the two frames and then put them in auto layout. But just it's better to work with auto layouts and frames than rectangle. Only use rectangles when you want to try and design maybe an icon, or you're trying to design an illustration and all those things. But when it comes to elements in your design, in your website design, in your mobile app designs, always use auto layout and frames. You can draw frame, you can click on frames, draw your frames, and put the two together in auto layout. So that's that. Okay. So going on to the next question. I think this has been answered. How do we measure spacing on element? Spacing on element is what's it called? There are shortcuts on your keyboard to measure all the spacing on elements. You have For the Windows system, you have the shortcut of pressing Alt and moving your cursor over there, over the item you're trying to see the space between them. And also for MacBook, you have option. You just press option, and you put your cursor over the element you're trying to see, check the spacing. Simple. It's as simple as that. What else again? Someone is saying they don't know how to start the style guide. Again, watch the videos and material provided for you. You would see how you're supposed to start style guide. Okay. Now, what else? What else? What else? Okay, I don't know where to start from in this assignment. What am I to click in the first? Again, like I said earlier, watch the videos. You will see exactly where to start from. When creating a list of buttons, our space, how can we convert them? When creating a list of buttons, our space. This is not correct. I don't know what you're trying to say here. We are supposed to put all the answer on one page of Figma or different frames. Well, you can create different frames on the Figma file and then arrange them there. Whoever is grading will see all of them. That's not an issue. Please, I need clarification on Stagger 2 video. I'll have to check that because I've not checked there. I wasn't the one that recorded that particular run. Do we create Stagger tags on the different pages? Also, what do we write under the typography? I believe for the typography is trying to show, oh, this is the font you are using, this is the size of your HR. You can say the girl is fine, the boy is handsome, and then you show these different sizes of, oh, this is your H1, this is your H2, this is your H3, this is your bold, this is your regular, this is your medium, this is your light mode or your thin. It's pretty straightforward. You don't need to, you can write any word to represent all those things you're trying to show your typography. You don't need to generate any color code. If you want that first video, it will show you how to use a plugin called Styler to generate your color. You don't need to worry about color code. You don't need to worry about color code because, like I said, like this one now, you don't need to worry about cramming color code. As you become better, I just use this X and just pick a color that I need. You just need to come here, pick any color that you want to use. But however, pick colors that you know that are supplementary to each other. Like, okay, the site I was talking about that I mentioned, you can use it to get colors. It's colors. Let me go to that site and then show you guys. Share. Okay. So this is colors. On this side, you can get to, generate different color palettes. So this has telling you color that are compatible with each other. So for example, you might decide to choose this color palette and you pick one to be your primary color, another one to be your secondary color, another one can be your accent color. See color palettes here, telling you color that are compatible with each other. So you can come here, see the site colors, which I believe they are part of your, resources. Let me just copy this and put it on the Slack channel as well. I believe you guys will see it. For those having trouble with colors, you can see that there. What else again? Okay, yeah. So basically, sometimes when I want to work on a new project and I'm finding difficult to decide which color goes with which, I could come to the site and, pick my color palette. Like you have thousands of millions of color combination here, different color palettes, and they all like fit. Any color that you see that is together means it fits. So that's that about this one. So yeah, so that's what that's where I sometimes pick my color from and all like that. So if you're having trouble deciding which color to use, now come here and select your color palette. That's us. You can use one color. Follow the instruction of what is in the assignment. If the assignment states one, then use one. If the assignment states two, use two. If the assignment states three, use three. Whatever instruction is in the assignment is what you should use. Let me see if I can open the assignment here. So we go through them. Yeah, it's the assignment says for color system, pick a color. A, meaning one, generate styles from the tints to shades of the color. So if you watch the video, you see how to generate styles from tints to shades. So I believe that is that and uh okay, so I believe I'll be stopping here today. Let me indicate questions that I did. Can I make use of material design for your style guide? You are at liberty to use whatever you want to use as long as you're doing the right thing. Nobody will hold you down or something. But the difference between style guide and design system is that design system is larger, is broader, it takes a very long time to complete. A style guide is inside a design system. A design system is not just about typographic, color spacing. It's also about much more, like your modals, how your UX copy will appear, how certain aspect of the design will be. Like it's a whole lot more. It's broad. How your empty states will be, how your active states will be, and how this it's larger. So let's say a design system is the whole university, and style guide is just one department. Let's just let me use that as an example. So yeah, that's that about design system and what was it called? So for the person saying they don't know where to start from, go and watch the resources. By the time you watch the resources, you would know how to begin your task. Start from style guide one video, then go from there. Okay, like I already answered this one. So I believe that will be all for today. Thank you guys for listening. And again, I would say I would not stop overemphasizing on this. Please and please and please and please. You guys really should check out those resources. Check out those resources because a lot of people are not checking them and it's causing confusion for you. So I strongly advise you check out those resources. Well,